Hello everybody, as many of you already know, Euphoria is a TV show that has been getting quite a bit of buzz recently, specifically in the makeup community, and especially because Euphoria is a TV show that has managed to basically feature a lot of really interesting avant-garde editorial makeup looks that people have been simply fascinated by. I have spoken about the makeup on Euphoria before on my channel. Earlier this week I published a video sort of giving a rundown on how the makeup on Euphoria can connect to Generation Z and how it can also connect to where the makeup industry is going in the future. That video will be up in the cards if you're interested in checking it out, if you haven't done so already. But the makeup on Euphoria has really fascinated me a great deal, and after perusing the internet and seeing some images and just really trying to look into specific makeup looks, I was inspired to do a little bit of a video series on my channel in which we break down and discuss several different characters from Euphoria and talk about their makeup looks. A great resource for this was the Instagram of the makeup department head of the show, Daniela Davy. She has an amazing page. I would highly suggest checking it out. I'll put it somewhere on the screen and you can also find it in the description box below. Also, another makeup artist on the show was Kristen Sage Coleman, and I'll also put her Instagram on the screen, and both she and Daniela have really devoted a lot of time and effort on their Instagram pages to not only showing close-up images and behind-the-scenes photos of the makeup looks, they've also done a really great job of breaking them down for us. So in this video, I'll be using a combination of photos and Instagram posts from both of their accounts, and I'll be basically discussing the makeup looks with you guys. Today we're going to be focusing on Alexa Demi, who plays Maddie from the show. Maddie has been a character that everybody has been spending a great deal of time talking about because her makeup looks are very unique in the sense that there's a lot of glitter involved, a lot of different textures, and a lot of like just jewels and just a really interesting sense of editorial, polished, avant-garde makeup. In just about every single still, every single clip that I've watched of the show, the makeup that Maddie wears is simply just out of this world, just so fascinating, and I absolutely love it. I'll do a little bit of a disclaimer right here. I actually haven't watched Euphoria in its entirety. I only saw part of the first episode, and while I did think it was a compelling show, I personally do not like watching TV shows. The only TV shows that I like watching right now are period dramas, and even those I've just not been watching. I just haven't been watching TV shows, and I just don't want to because it's a really big time commitment for me, and I simply do not have the time in my day to devote to marathoning an entire TV shows. So just know that I'm not 100% knowledgeable in character development or plot. I just know a pretty rough idea of what I have read online and what the members of the cast and production have been saying online as well. From what I can gather, Maddie is somebody who is considered to be relatively popular at her high school. She is somebody who has a sense of poise, a sense of style. She conveys a lot of confidence outwardly, but on the inside she is struggling with an abusive boyfriend and a tumultuous personal life. And I think it's really interesting to look at her makeup because you see makeup looks that are consistently just beautiful and almost perfect in their etherealness, but they are a little bit of a top coat, a little bit of a covering for what is really going on underneath this facade. I first want to begin by looking at this post from Kirsten's Instagram. Now, Kirsten does say in this caption that Lemonhead was the brand that she did use for a lot of the glitter, and inspired by that statement, I actually did my makeup with my Lemonhead Space Paste today. This like winged glitter eyeliner look effect took a little bit of inspiration from Maddie's makeup, but also chiefly took inspiration from the fact that they do use Lemonhead's glitter products in a lot of these looks from the show. And by the way, if you're interested in seeing this look and seeing how I created it, it is up on my Instagram, which I will put on the screen right now. What's really interesting to me about all of these looks on this page so far is that a lot of them look very simple and almost minimal in a sense, but once you really just look at the close-up photos, you can see that there are a lot of different elements that are added. There is a little bit of false lash going on. There are crystals that are just glued sporadically around the eye area. Kirsten did say that these are craft self-adhesive crystals, but she does recommend using a little bit of lash glue to make sure that they really don't go anywhere. Also, an element that I really wanted to touch on with this collage is that you can really see that they use like a really soft sort of winged effect that matches that, or that corresponds to the eyeshadow look that they also created. This does look like a very soft wing. It doesn't necessarily look like they used a traditional liner to apply this wing. I'm not sure though. I would love to know. But I just love how minimal this is and just how ethereal it looks. This next photo shows the makeup look a little bit zoomed out. You can definitely see the sporadically applied crystals, and you can see a little bit of the glowing skin, the soft contouring, and the overall minimal effect that truly does include several elements in there that you can only see once you really zoom in. I also really want to show you guys this collage from Daniela's Instagram. A theme that is present throughout Maddie's makeup looks are rhinestones, glitter, and cat eyes. However, Daniela does say that underneath her elaborate armor, Maddie feels the pain of crushed childhood dreams and a psychotic and abusive boyfriend. I designed her makeup to have a fantastical element to it because despite her fierce outward personality, Maddie is a die-hard romantic who wants to transcend the loveless marriage that is her home life. Again, there is a sense of lightness, a sense of colorful, ethereal glamour with these looks. But as Daniela says, these kinds of makeup looks are essentially an element of character building. They work to portray Maddie as somebody who seems like she has it all together, but is definitely living a life that is a great deal more troubled than is initially obvious. Also, this last photo is actually a makeup test, and I actually really do like this look myself. It does look like it would take a little bit longer to create than some of these other makeup looks because it does include a lot more complexity, but I really this is the kind of makeup look that I absolutely love. It's dramatic and yet it's minimal at the same time. There is this really interesting sense of duality that is present not only in this look but in so many of these other looks as well. Moving on, let's talk about this look that was present in season 1 episode 2. Now this is from Kirsten's Instagram. Now this is something that I really do like in terms of a look. It's minimal, there's color to it, and there's sparkle, but at the same time it is quite simple. But if you look closer, there are some elements in here of complexity. It's not necessarily a look that is easy to create, and something that I think is an assumption that people make about the makeup on Euphoria is that so much of it is would be easy to replicate, and yes, that is true. However, looks like this do really convey the talent and the sense of artistry that these individuals have when creating these looks. These looks are not necessarily like the easiest thing to do. They're easier than some other looks that they could have shown. However, there is an element of complexity to this. This is another look from season 1 episode 2. This was also taken from Kirsten's Instagram. Sorry, my phone is like really going off. But you can really see this recurring theme of them applying the crystals into this elliptical shape that mimics the natural crease of the eye. And you can also see that really strong cat eye, and of course there's a lot of mascara going on. This look is slightly reminiscent of the 60s, which was an inspiration when they were designing these makeup looks. Daniela Davy, from what I can remember, did say that she was really inspired by the makeup that is currently being done by Generation Z, but she was also inspired by 60s and I believe 80s makeup themes as well. This look is especially representative of a whole bunch of these different ideas and themes coming together to form one look. Something that I also really want to comment on is the fact that the eyebrows in this look are decidedly imperfect. I think that they probably were done, but it definitely is not obvious. These brows are certainly not Instagram brows. In fact, far from it. They are really just like imperfect, really undone, and I really find that refreshing. And I really feel like going back back to the undone brow look, it makes the look seem a lot more approachable than it would have been if the brows were like really bold and really just perfect, you know what I mean? And I really like that. Let's talk about this look that I also found on Kirsten's Instagram as well. Again, you have the presence of the winged liner shape and of the rhinestones in the first look, and then on the bottom look, you also have a little bit of rhinestone action as well, but not as much of a cat eye. These two looks are similar, but one is decidedly more minimal, and I would say a little bit less elaborate than the other. You guys know how much I have been loving experimenting with like a winged eyeliner or a winged eyeshadow shape. Sometimes it's really fun for me to do like a shape on my upper lid that mimics a wing, but to create that shape using eyeshadow. And I feel like that kind of style really mimics this one right here, just creating that really exaggerated winged shape without the traditional winged liner effect, if that makes any sense. And of course, there's a lot of glitter going on here. I absolutely love this look. I do have to say that if this was me, I don't think I would really be comfortable with applying like rhinestones or like applying crystals to like my eyebrows. I'm not into that look personally, but like it does look absolutely beautiful on Alexa Demie. But like this makeup look looks just beautiful on her. Moving on, let's talk about this look from Daniela Davies' Instagram. Now this is from episode 4 of Euphoria. This particular makeup look was applied by Kristen, and there's a lot going on here. This backstage photo specifically really captures the minimal but still complex nature of this look. Daniela does say that she designed this makeup to look as if the eyeliner was in fact a knife. And with the low lighting in several of these scenes and with the stills taken from this episode, you really see that the crystals really capture all the light that is available, reflect it brilliantly, and yes, you do get that effect of like an almost knife-like effect with the winged liner. Also, something really unique is that they actually created that super glossy effect by mixing rose gold glitter with a gloss and applying it to the lips. I love that. Episode 5 of the show featured this look right here that was 90s inspired. It is relatively traditional compared to a lot of these other looks, but it was 90s inspired. Again, this is from Kirsten's Instagram, and she says this one was specifically inspired by at Alexa Demie and her pure love for the 90s. So we pulled the liner all the way into her inner eye to make a sort of dual-sided cat eye. It's very simple yet reads so beautifully on camera. And of course a brown lip liner from at Urban Decay Cosmetics and a nude lipstick from at Tarte Cosmetics. The complimentary slicked back hair in a bun by at BD Conley to add to that vintage feel. I swear this look in a way is an ode to 90s Madonna. I actually really just consistently feel like I will always adore having like a classic winged liner to just pull out of your makeup arsenal, because this type of like just classic makeup look is completely timeless. Like this, a winged liner has been present in makeup for decades, and I feel like we're still going to be able to see a winged liner retain its classic nature and retain its timelessness moving forward. On a personal note, I actually don't feel like applying a winged liner into my inner corner is a look that is flattering on me. I actually prefer just extending my winged liner into my outer portion of the top lid instead of just the inner, because I feel like the inner, I don't know, I just feel like it doesn't look good on me. But of course, Alexis Demie looks just beautiful with this look. It's just absolutely stunning. A little bit of a more simple look when you compare it to other looks from the show, but still just drop dead gorgeous nonetheless. This next look was used when Maddie played the character Iris from the film Taxi Driver. Now, the makeup department did want to create a look that was reminiscent of the look that Jodie Foster's character from the film did wear, but that look was decidedly a little bit more minimal, and to switch it up a bit and to make it a little bit more fitting into Maddie's character, they added a little bit more glitter and generally made this look a tie-in between the original makeup look from Jodie Foster's character and the kind of makeup that Maddie would wear. So you can definitely see that there is a slight difference, but these looks are relatively similar in the way they are created. I specifically really do love like that I would say like I specifically really do like that black outline of like this like just fanciful, almost like flame looking eye makeup that they have going on. Sorry, I cannot speak, but seriously, like that just like line that is going on her top lid, it literally looks like, I mean, it looks like just flames that are just going on her top lid. I absolutely love it. And if you look at the lips, I mean, they are definitely outlined with like a coral or a red pencil, and they're so glossy. I feel like they almost used glitter and mixed it in with that gloss to add that really just like beaming glossy effect. Also, going back to the eye makeup, you really have to sort of like look a little bit closely to see this, but if you look at the under eye area, they just drew in these lashes, and in between the lashes, to really catch the light, you have like these layers and layers of crystals as well. This is a close-up shot of one of Maddie's eye looks that I absolutely adore. I just love like this kind of, I would say, eye silhouette. It's very editorial, very avant-garde. I absolutely love the vivid nature of the turquoise that they applied, and then they bordered the entire eye makeup look with these press-on shiny crystals. It's so like simple looking, but you can definitely see that there is a lot of work that went into this look. It's very intricate, very just beautiful in the sense that, again, you have like this really dramatic, really amazing looking eye look, but then the brow is so undone, and this brow literally looks completely natural and completely effortless. I absolutely love this. Another look that I absolutely love was from episode 7. This is just like, this is a look that is so unique and so beautiful that I just fell in love with it. On the surface, it's a pretty basic but still pretty blue eye look. However, if you really look closely, you can see that they applied a thin chain along the lash line. So when the light catches it, it just makes the look seem so much more just interesting and just fun looking. I absolutely loved it. This is a quote from Daniela's caption: "The way she tapered the tiny gold studs is essential to this look, because without them, the chain would end abruptly, and we couldn't have any abruptly ending chains around here." These are just some of the amazing looks that were designed by Daniela Davy and executed by the makeup department on Euphoria. I absolutely love how like unique these makeup looks look. I absolutely love these makeup looks, and it really makes me feel great to know that this show is, I would say, really doing a great job of popularizing this avant-garde, editorial, colorful kind of makeup look and making it more accessible to people who typically don't necessarily see this kind of thing on a regular basis. With that, I really do have to wrap this video up, but if you do want to see me dissect more of the makeup looks that are present on this show, then those videos are definitely going to be coming soon. I really just want to make sure that I am collecting a good amount of makeup looks to show you guys, so we can really go in depth as to the different elements and the different like artistic touches that were used. So if you want to see those videos, those are definitely coming. And if you haven't seen my video in which I talked about how Euphoria makeup is representative of Generation Z and where makeup is going in the future, that video is of course in the cards for your enjoyment. But with that, thank you so much for watching until the end of this video. I hope you guys liked it and that it was interesting for you, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye guys.